Today on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Like he knows how to get you.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about instinct? He's got it. He's got it in spades. He is absolutely on the instinct. He knows. And stands looking dead at me. Hands by the side. The Giants suck. And then there's a pause. Yeah. And he turns and he walks into the bedroom with his teddy bear. Anyway.
Such a mixed message.
So if you want to celebrate sexuality, you might be doing your part, I would say, by patronizing and actually tipping well and taking care of your bartenders and waitresses.
It's supporting the service industry.
Yes. But it doesn't take away, Oscar, the fact that I would feel like a dirty old man.
You married somebody 20 years younger.
I was 42. I was not a dirty old man.
She just graduated. She was just turned 18.
I am an attaboyer like you would. I'm positive feedback, Johnny. I do it constantly. I do it naturally.
When do you do that?
Attaboy for my son.
Oh,
I do it for my son all the time.
I was like,
not so much in a professional way.
No.
I've done it for you guys. I've done it for you guys.
I know.
Don't get happy.
All that and more. The Mike O'Mara Show starts now. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Oh, pony. Anyway, no, just the timing, just timing when, and then I go to do something else. But that's okay. I'm not going to bitch about something that's not bitchable. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show from Puget Sound, Washington, Reading, Pennsylvania, Dermott, Arkansas, Lake Park, Florida, Levittown, Long Island. Hey, what's it to you? Levittown, Long Island.
Hey, use.
Long Island. And Alexandria, Egypt. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now. Greetings, one and all. Everything's fallen all over the place.
For
today.
years, I said Reading, Pennsylvania, especially the Reading Railroad on Monopoly.
I never did when I was playing Monopoly as a child. You must have been learning disabled.
It was really hard being stupid.
Do you have a tracksuit on today? What's going on?
Yeah, you look a little like the $6 Million Man.
No, I have a golf pullover.
Oh.
A little chilly down here as I took my son.
He looked like he was putting out a hit.
Yeah, Mikey Walnuts.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, so you're assuming that this
will match the pants.
Would have the match of pants. I have this. Wait, I've got a stain on it.
Oh dear.
I've got short.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So, but I do have a stain.
So no hits today.
No.
I won't be wearing this. It's nice to see that this was laundered and hung up, by the people that are responsible for that.
What is the stain, do you think? Come on.
No, it's jam.
Jam. Hey, that's got to be jam because jelly don't make this kind of noise.
It's not. Oh, it's like a dust stain. You know what I mean? When it's like that.
A
it
dust
just brushed
stain.
off.
Yeah. It was just
Yeah,
a little dampness will clean it off.
Like
sure.
a powdered donut.
No,
But
I don't think
I
don't think it's sugar.
The camera sees everything. I was
Camera
just out in the
doesn't lie.
garage.
Yeah.
I was just out in the garage getting my I think what I'm doing is I'm living my childhood all over again through my son. That's
Okay.
what I'm doing. So over the weekend, I didn't mention this, but it's one sport is over. On to the next. Flag football is over. Well, flag football may not be over.
Really?
There's a conflict. We have been, according to the coach, invited to a regional tournament in Orlando, Florida. So
Travel
that might
sports.
be happening. Travel sports. That might be happening. It might not be happening. I'm not sure. The parents have to be on board.
It's a big undertaking.
It's less than a month. It's less than a month. I'm not sure.
Celebrate the championship before we move to another sport first.
We have celebrated. We celebrated Friday night. It's wonderful. But
we haven't talked about it
Yeah,
here.
have they done the boat ride where they throw the trophy back and forth yet?
You briefly mentioned it in passing.
Yes.
Yeah. So Friday night, my son was part of the team with a record of, I think, 9-1. The Super Bowl of flag football. They won the game against the Dolphins. It was the Bucks. Their team was the Bucks, and they beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins didn't score a point.
That team that he beat? It's coached by Don Shula IV, isn't it?
It's coached by Do You Know Who I Am?
I know.
That coach.
That guy.
We didn't play the Patriots. That would have been more problematic.
Right.
That was the
he
one
was
that
the
I had
worst coach. Yeah.
Correct. I was Mr. Happy, Mr. Cool after that altercation. I shut my mouth. I barely gave. I think a couple of times I said, "Michael, nose for the ball. Michael, nose for the ball," when he was close to me on defense. Otherwise, not a word came out of me. And I cheered the other team. I said, "Way to go, Dolphins! Great defense."
You came in
that
second.
type of thing. No, I was positive. I was super positive because I wanted to make a great impression. But let's not talk about me. Let's talk about the Bucks.
Yes.
With I hope I get them all with Michael and Owen and Cooper and James and Caden and Ian and Christian and Stella and.
Are you doing that Carlin bit?
What? No,
no, it's his kids.
Actually,
He knows
I'm
the names.
mentioning the
Okay.
kids.
Yeah,
I know
By
all
name.
the
That's
parents,
cool.
and
That's very cool.
And Jeremy, the head coach, and the assistant coach, whose name I don't know. That's the one name I didn't get. Another great guy. And then all of us out to the Mellow Mushroom for a little pizza party for the kids. After,
I know.
Not bad. I mean, it was all right.
it's fine.
If you were counting the amount of time to get Daddy's adult beverage, 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Well, they're
But
very mellow
that's okay.
at the Mushroom.
Yes, they're super mellow. And a big celebration and a great group of parents. And I think that's making
Nothing
me
better
younger.
than
I think
when you
that's
have a
making
kid
me
on a
younger.
team with good parents. Because
By the way, ran out my last strawberry liquid IV today. My new favorite flavor.
We have to remedy that.
yes,
I don't mind the guava. I don't mind the passion fruit. I certainly don't mind the lemon lime.
Sure.
But I've torn through the strawberry. So liquid IV, fine sponsor of the Mike O'Mara Show.
Do you-
Let me take a
delightful
little
people.
pull.
Delightful people.
Would you like a satchel of strawberry delivered to your home?
Oh my God! How
I think we can do
special
that,
would
right?
that
I
be?
will make the call today.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes,
pretty
yes.
awesome.
Would you like to try the grape as well? The grape is excellent.
I'd love to
Grape
try this.
is
Is it a regular grape or
Yes.
is it a?
No,
Okay,
it's regular
very good.
Mhm.
Yes, see that's liquid IV. They give you those regular flavors. That's
Yep.
This is a free ad that they're getting right
Yeah.
now.
It's
They
a
don't
free-
give you
it's a free
Have you ever
country.
see the Gatorade flavors? What is that?
Glacier ice.
What is
I-
Glacier?
I don't like
Frost,
talking about
mint,
competitors
citrus.
when we
well, I'm
love-
just saying.
yeah.
And not just Gatorade. I'm not talking in
Powerade.
terms of competitors. I'm talking in terms of flavoring.
Yeah.
Where these flavors are just give me fruits, different fruits. I'm fine with
Liquid
that.
IV
you
does
know?
keep it real.
They do.
They keep it real.
It's different with
so-
kids. Robert would say, I want blue. I said, what? Blue is not a flavor.
Yeah, that's true.
Give me
That's
blue.
true.
Give me blue.
And the experiment when I washed the snake in blue Gatorade didn't work that
He's
well.
better now.
He's better now. He's recovered. Totally recovered. I'm all
Champions.
over the place today.
Yes.
Champions.
World
The
champions.
champions in the middle, right towards the championship run. He also tried out for machine pitch Little League, which he made. He made the team. I think, if you're older and you're the larger kids, you make the team. And so he's going to be on machine pitch, going to miss his first game. We'll get to that later.
Oh.
But we've been working out with the baseball. And I believe I have a baseball glove up in Maine that I don't have the wherewithal to have anybody go through the house currently to find it. So it
Would
was
that
off
glove
to,
be a bit aged, perhaps in need of some oil?
I think it probably needs a little oil. I never really liked it. And I decided that Saturday it would be off to Dick's to the
Has
box
everything.
store.
Yeah.
Has everything.
Has very baseball centric down here in Southwest
Big
Florida.
sports.
Very.
Yeah.
I mean, a baseball section like you would not believe. First in the door, left side baseball. Baseball as far as the eye can see. And this was going to be a little trip to get him a glove and get me a glove.
Was
new
he
glove.
excited?
He's excited in so far as we have great days Saturday. Our Saturdays are pretty. As soon as he's over piano,
Yes.
he kind of floats out of the piano because he knows that something's going to be fun.
And piano's
we're gonna
early,
do
right?
something
Does he
together.
blow it off early?
9 a.m.
Oh, okay.
9
perfect,
a.m.
perfect.
Piano and with Juan and he does a fantastic job. And then it's off, and we usually grab a little brekkie, and then it's a Daddy Day Sunday.
May I
yes.
just highlight? I love that you don't let your son sleep in. It's so great.
Well,
No.
actually,
He
to
doesn't.
point of fact, on when they're 8, they don't sleep in. That comes later. They wake up early.
My father never let us sleep in, and
Good.
I thank him. Even as teenagers, I thank him because Like it just never fell into my world of like I'm sleeping past noon.
when kids get, what's the age that they flip, Rob?
Teens, I think 13, 14.
Like 12,
yeah.
13,
Yeah.
13, 14.
Mhm.
13, 14, they said, and I will remember that and not let him sleep in. Well, I mean, he's into stuff. He's got stuff going all the time.
I've got things to do.
Things to do. So I said, we're going to go get a little breakfast, and then we're off to get you and me baseball gloves, because the one I had hardly fit on my hand, and I guess it was I think it was Mommy's glove that I was using. So Mommy had, and it was white, kind of a white
with pink
ladies color,
pink piping.
So I go to get the glove, and I notice that there is a rack of gloves on display, like shoes would be.
Yeah,
super expensive, and
They're
not
really expensive.
And they said for elite baseball, blah blah blah. I'm looking at them. I'm like, well, this is not
same brands as the old days. Wilson, Rawlings. What are the brands?
Yeah. And then I said, well, I don't need this. And then I go over to the cheapos, and the cheapos are more kid. So then I go to the one up that says men's, but they're on the rack.
Are they made of Mercedes leather?
It's Mercedes leather. And I look at those, and those are expensive too. But I'm like, yeah, what the heck? And I pull the trigger, and I get the glove. Here's where time has passed me by. Here's where a time warp happened. And the last time I was dealing with baseball gloves, and I am not exaggerating, would have been probably in the 1970s, the late 1970s. That would have been the last time that don't do that to me. Don't get loose. There you go. All right.
That's when there was a leather ration.
That's right.
So,
well, mostly
I buy
back
the
then
glove.
people made their own gloves.
Yeah,
because they use all
buy
the
the
parts
glove.
of the
out of their deceased skins.
And then, in the meantime, we have another tool that didn't exist when I was there. Has anybody ever seen one of these?
Oh yeah, it
of
saved my
course.
marriage.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You win.
I should put a little face.
Good
on
night.
it. Hello, Rob. Hello, Mr. Baseball. Hey.
Carrie, happy
What is
Valentine's Day.
Someone identify this.
I would say that is used to strap the glove around, to shape the glove to make the pocket for the ball.
Yeah.
I'd say to a point you might be right, but I don't think that's
You
what
train the glove. You train the glove with that.
You like
guy.
to see the glove?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, glove.
Glove.
Blue.
Glovey, glovey, glove.
Glove.
Glovey.
Hello, glove.
Hello.
Here is the glove. That is the glove.
It is very light colored.
There's the Little League baseball right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Focus. All right.
Would you do me a favor while you have it up? Will you sign it?
Shut up. All right.
Yeah. Sign it and
what
send
it's
it for the
used for.
set. We'll keep it
Yeah,
up here.
we'd love to have it up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it's used for.
So
Yeah.
you prime the
That's how
glove
you
with
break it in.
Yeah.
But here's the part. So I bought, and they didn't have these when I was a kid.
No.
You did it by.
Putting the ball in and then getting a bunch of rubber bands.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Did you oil your glove?
Here's where I want to. This is where time has passed me by.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know what they do now when you buy a brand new stiff Rawlings baseball glove? Isn't that
What?
a nice glove?
That
Look at
is
glove.
nice.
Isn't that great? Look at the Rawlings on the back.
Yeah.
Of it. God, put it the right way, moron.
And
See
people-
where the camera is.
People should know that it is sort of a blonde colored leather with blue stitching. It's very, very handsome looking.
What's from my days playing for the Kansas City Royals?
I
of
don't
course.
know what they do, Mike, actually.
All right, so we're getting ready, and I have the gloves, and we're going to check it. And she said, "Do you want them treated?" I said, "Excuse me? Do you want them steamed?"
What?
I said, "Pardon me?" She said, "We can steam them for you. It softens them up." I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm all in."
Brilliant.
I didn't-
Yeah, brilliant.
When did this happen? I remember the days of oil out the ass,
yeah.
coming home and
Yeah.
practically dipping it in oil,
Yeah.
and then getting string and
Tying
putting a
it.
baseball in there,
Yeah.
and then sitting on top of it
Yeah.
and beating it
Putting
with
telephone
baseball
books
bats.
on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, telephone books and getting it ready to go. No, so there's this. It looks like a popcorn dispenser at the front of the store,
Ooh.
and
Wow.
it is a baseball steamer. It's a baseball glove steamer,
Next level.
And
That you can eat.
you can eat. And the guy, there's a kid there, big strong kid. I asked him if he was a ball player. He said no. That knows his way around this thing, and he gets his own club like this.
Yeah.
And he's got this tool,
Mhm.
and he's got a little bench with a leather pad that looks like a little flattened out glove.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And you look at this thing, and the steamer isn't clean. It's got residue on it, and that's because they oil the glove up. They spray this oil into the glove, and that, by the way, for people that have kids or you've had a kid in a baseball program, I'm sorry, it's been since the 70s.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is when I say time has passed me by. It's
And
like,
your
gee,
daughters
Mike,
didn't play softball or baseball, did they?
Catherine played T-ball way back
They didn't
when.
have this going on then.
Right.
And then,
This is a magic show.
Do they charge?
Then the rudder left.
Do they charge for the treatment, the steaming, or is it included?
I didn't even look at the receipt. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, I
I'm
would
sure
think.
they did
I would
because
think
it
they'd have
was
to.
a process. So he takes it and he gets the goo all over it, and then they get this big bucket of water and they put it in the steamer, and it comes out, and it's soft. It needs to be steamed again. It needs to be steamed. I was wondering, and I haven't gone to YouTube yet because we've been busy. Man, you are dusting into dust. Everything.
Oh, he's doing the Pope
and-
thing. You need a smoking pocketbook.
I know.
The bishop's here.
You get obsessed with this when you're doing this.
Yeah.
Because it's so perfect. It goes right in the sweet spot. But if you hit your the ball of your hand,
Painful.
Yeah.
oh God.
Or your knee.
But I love this glove. Look at that glove.
If my mom had that tool when we were kids, she would strike us from a distance. It would have been great.
This is so painful.
Yeah.
You could hear it coming from across the room.
There. That hurts. That's how lightly I'm tapped.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, but no. What about a swipe? What about a swipe?
So I don't think you can even. It doesn't look.
It's hardwood, isn't it?
It's hardwood.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look. It looks innocent, but
Yeah.
it's not. And into the steamer it goes, and it comes out, and the glove is really malleable.
Pliable.
In fact, the kid used the word malleable. I said, "Hey, good vocabulary word, malleable. I like that. Do you play ball?" Nope. I just do a lot of these.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good.
Looks
and,
like you
it was
worked
that
out.
age.
Take off your shirt. Were you hitting on the guy?
You're a lovely kid. Anyway,
Have you
we'll
ever
get
put
to
your
that
shoulders in the steamer?
Do you like wrestling?
There you go.
Where's the
All right,
wrestling section?
Look at all the homoerotic fun.
There's
from the
nothing wrong with
non-sports
that.
guy.
No, you just admire a guy and doing a good
yeah,
job.
So it was wonderful.
Those are nice
it was
tracks.
wonderful,
Where
and
do
it
you
was
work
just
out?
a nice experience. And now I've gone all in on the baseball. I've got I put a little money into the game, and now I'll have my little glove for him. And I can't run very well. I can't bend very well. I can't twist, but I can throw a baseball. I can throw a baseball as till the cows come
How
home.
many
Like
balls?
Uncle Rico?
Yeah.
I can throw it over the mountains there. I can throw it over.
Paulie,
them
you're just
mountains
jealous
there.
that I'm talking to all the ball players.
That's right. That my glove is steamed.
I've been chatting with hot ball players like all day.
Did Michael get his glove steamed, and is he happy with his glove?
He got his steam, but his is littler, softer, and he's into 20 different things. He was on the phone with his buddy, which one? One of his friends. They did FaceTime.
Right.
It's so different a world right now that he hasn't seen a friend in a long time, so he's on the phone with him last night. And baseball is, I think the first game is Saturday, which he's going to miss because I'm going to be minding the store while Mama takes a trip up north
Aw.
to go to Gettysburg. That's where
That's
Mama's
sweet.
going.
Oh, that's
So Gettysburgians, look out for Carla. Say hi if you get a chance.
This is the best time of year to visit the battlefield.
Oh,
She's going to
seriously.
have a great time.
What a moment for little Michael.
Beautiful
Like
stuff.
history.
I'm just so sorry the
are
wax
you being
museum is
sarcastic
gone.
when you say it? Because it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah,
Horrible
of
weather?
course it is.
Yeah, but they should stop there. They should seriously. That's one of the. I have never been.
Oh, I went in 7th
I would
grade.
love to go.
Yeah, it's
But it doesn't matter, right, Rob? I mean, it's not like the grass showing matters if it's cold and snowy.
well,
or
Mike, the fighting
mucky
took
or-
place in the summer.
I know,
It
but I mean,
doesn't-
I think it's
he
the
should see
history
it
of the place,
anytime.
you know?
He should see it.
I recall the most rewarding part was a bus tour where they drive you through the battlefields and they actually tell the story of the battle.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty
when
cool.
I went there the first time to Gettysburg, and ladies and gentlemen around the country, if you have not been, I will tell you it is a pretty remarkable historical site. The thing that sticks out the most, it has been preserved. The entire battlefield area has been preserved, and the vastness of it. Gettysburg, of course, being where the Gettysburg Address was given by President Abraham Lincoln after the war was over. It is incredible how vast it is. It is also known to be one of the most haunted areas in the United States.
Well, I thought the first time you went up there, you were fighting for the North.
No, I was neutral. I had a farmhouse.
Of course. O'Mara's farm.
I had a farmhouse, and of course, well, now it's out since you brought it up. Thanks a lot. I was dressed completely in drag.
you were a draft dodger.
I would just, to be honest with you, either Union or Confederate that would come by my front door, I would say, cold water? Cold water?
Yeah. You were like the Red Cross.
And, of course, because I was in drag, they looked at me and they kept walking faster. But it's
the
fun.
Daughters of the
Give me those earbobs, little lady.
There you go. Thank you very much. No, I actually, if you ever saw the scene, now it's coming back to me. I can't help it.
It's been
Cold
some
Mountain.
years. Yes.
Cold Mountain. One of the experiences I had, that was back when I had a little baby, and my wife had gone off to war. And I had a very scraggly Confederate soldier come through.
Your first wife went off to war?
Yeah.
Yes, and I took him. I took the scraggly Confederate into my bed. I took him into my bed because I was lonely.
He steamed his glove. It was nice.
Nothing. Steamed his glove. Nothing happened. There you go. That's it. Right there.
I'm sorry, Mike. You were talking about how vast and haunted Gettysburg was.
It's wonderful. So they're leaving Thursday morning and crack of dawn. Mm-hmm. And I will be responsible for Winslow, Frankie, and Jake the Snake for that weekend. And
Mike Exotic.
Yes, the Exotic. Mike Exotic. I will have the menagerie here. But it's been a little frantic yesterday, today, tomorrow. Carla hasn't traveled in a while. And so
what is it, like an 11-hour? I'm trying to think it through. 12-hour drive to Gettysburg from there?
No, they're not driving. They're flying.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Oh, that's fine.
And then they're driving from Dulles up to on Friday.
It's an easy drive. We did it as a day trip from my 7th grade class.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not so bad.
So she want to stop by the HQ? We can take him to lunch?
Yeah.
I'd love to see her.
They're going to be in town early on Thursday morning.
Yeah,
we'd
love.
We'll be here. Their dining plans have been. I don't want to give them the whole itinerary, but the girls are getting together. A lot of the girls' friends up there that Carla has at one of our favorite joints.
Good.
So they're taking a little trip and then it's off to Gettysburg.
The offer's open.
It remains open. Also,
if Michael wants to come through, maybe he wants to.
I'll tell Carla. I'll say on your way in, why don't you go stop by Podville and show Michael where it all happens.
If she needs a reservation or needs me to phone ahead, please let me know. I'd be glad to.
They're
do that.
set. They're all set.
Good.
A lot of people are coming to this little thing. So it's me, and I'll be honest with you. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a little peace and quiet, and golfing and hanging out with my buddies whenever I want to. But I know that'll last for maybe a day and a half, and then it'll suck because that's my life now. In the old days, when I was a man in my 30s or 40s. And you guys know how this feels, and you get that pass where there wouldn't be someone around.
Right.
It would just be there's a chip inside the male brain. And let me explain to those of you who are not 62, who are younger, that when the wife is going away, suddenly it's a child's chip. It is a misbehaving chip that not all of you have it, but those of us like myself who were underdeveloped in their 30s and 40s,
right.
You would have a chip that says misbehave. Misbehave. And you would inevitably go out with your buddies and then, wake up in the middle of your bed face down just going, I don't know. I don't know what I did on Friday night, but by God, it sucked.
Well, these days there's Uber. There's you have so many options. It's not like you like.
Well, you're talking about transportation, but that's not gonna an Uber driver's not gonna suck the hangover out of you the day after.
That's
not gonna happen.
For that, you need Uber Black. You need the upper.
I've heard they had great tall waters at at Twin Peaks. Yeah, tall icy waters.
Well, I believe
electrolytes.
That establishment. This is me, and this might.
That's not. Was that the lumberjack one?
No, it's different.
No, that was Tilted Kilt.
Oh yeah, that was another disappointment.
But they're all kind of. But Twin Peaks has that kind of plaid. I drive.
That's on private school girl night.
I believe this
Thursdays.
Those places, Hooters, Twin Peaks.
Well, Hooters sort of set the
Kilt.
bar. That was the first one, right?
I think it's the same thing about like going into a joint.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was in college and we went to that fine establishment that was located across the street from our old facility.
Yes.
The bar, the Thai bar known as
Fine
Good
Fellows.
good guys. And there was a guy, he was probably in his late 50s, early 60s, that wore a tie and just slowly walked up and tipped every dancer that came up there. And I remember looking over and saying to myself how ridiculous he looked at that particular age doing that. And I just, I don't know. I mean, I as early as 10 years ago, I would have a fine time in those places, but I don't think that's there anymore.
Yeah, but
I just don't think it exists.
Look, good guys, first, let's not.
It's a good restaurant, to be fair.
I think that there's a different world where we're in a time where we're celebrating sexuality, right? So if you want to celebrate sexuality, you might be doing your part, I would say, and by patronizing and actually tipping well and taking care of your bartenders and waitresses.
It's supporting the service industry.
But it doesn't take away, Oscar, the fact that I would feel like a dirty old man.
Yeah, and does it help,
At this stage of the game, I feel like a dirty old man.
You married somebody 20 years younger.
But that was not. I was 42. I was not a dirty old man.
She just graduated. She was just turned 18.
No, and also there's a difference, Oscar. To be absolutely fair, there's a difference between holy matrimony and wearing a tie and tipping a stripper. That's different.
By the way, yesterday, and maybe we'll get to it in one of the other ways. 18th Valentine's Day for Mrs. O'Mara and I.
How did it rank of the 18th?
I'll tell you later. It was fantastic.
Good.
It was really, really good.
Mike, does it help if you think that guy in the tie that you saw at Good Guys all those years ago, he's probably dead now?
That's weird. It's sad,
isn't it?
I think about that. Have you started? You're 50. Have you started to think about
all the
people
time
that are dead? That are older than you.
Oh, you know
and when they died. And
what's
all that?
really weird is I ran into, before I had a computer, I had an address book, and I went through and looked at all the people that I used to do Christmas cards and was in touch with. People that I would have to cross off now. It's a weird.
How about
you hate them or their politics?
Yeah, because they supported Nixon.
This is morbid. This is morphed into a morbid discussion.
That's all right.
Have you had anybody from your class pass yet?
I think we had 8 in memoriam at our last reunion.
It's different with COVID,
You
though.
had 8?
I think
at your 30th?
I think there were 8. There was at least 6. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I had to explain, no, I'm alive.
Big class, though. Big class, right?
Yeah, it was 5.
What was your total class size?
5'10".
Yeah.
I think 5'10".
Yeah, come on.
Man,
but still,
I think I had 300 or something like that.
300 in your class. How many dead now?
300.
Oh,
no.
God.
Mike's the last one.
3?
Wow.
Maybe. I
Healthier
don't know.
living.
I don't keep track.
Healthier living.
I keep track of the ones that my buddy Dave and Leslie, who lived in my neighborhood, those were big ones that jumped out.
I just sent you guys.
It's a big deal.
Charity link when you get a chance to check it out. I think you'll find, especially for Mike, if you're in the Fort Myers area, all of these individuals are just trying to make their way through college, and they need.
Let me explain something to you about Oscar Santana.
Please.
All right, Oscar, much like Rob, the common threads that we have, we know each other. And Oscar knows that. All right, maybe I'm being a little rash saying that I wouldn't go to a place.
Come on, what are we doing?
Yeah. I mean, if you're hungry.
Yeah, I mean, Instagram.
Would that be a local picture?
That's your Fort Myers Twin Peaks Instagram account.
You have all of the Twin Peaks flagged by city, don't you?
Well, if
I
have
to log in to see the content, I'm already logged in. Oh, God damn it! Swear to
How
God.
dare they?
Oh, you know what? I guess it's tomorrow would be Woman Crush Wednesday.
There you go.
Yeah. Might want to.
You don't have one up there, do you?
No. But I always
we have an Applebee's.
I like identifying them where my friends live, just in case we have to stop by.
Yes, it's like a big lighted bat map.
Yes.
Well, why don't you guys plan a trip at some point?
We should do a live broadcast from there
and do a broadcast, and that would be fun,
right?
That would be.
It says here that after your Little League game, be sure to come by Twin Peaks
Wednesday, Woman Crush Wednesday, Mike.
Well, I lost it. I just got Don Lemon's puppies, so sorry about that.
Both great.
You want to know where I am on Instagram?
Actually, Mike, that's a nickname.
Who do I follow on Instagram? Yes, sir, Don Lemon and his puppies.
Mike, that's a nickname they use at Twin Peaks. How would you like to come out and see Don Lemon's puppies?
Don Lemon. There are other puppies that I was thinking about watching there. I got the initial photo, but
I'll resend the link with
Oscar. Maybe I'm not following you. I might not be following you.
Well, that would be.
You have Instagram, right?
I do.
I liked a Podville Media post on LinkedIn yesterday.
Thank you.
When you talked about that, that
Hannah. Well, I don't run
thing.
we have a social media manager here. Her name's Hannah. She's very sweet. Very talented.
I find Instagram. Since I'm discussing my oldness.
Yes.
I get a little. The gram is not my my regular.
Well, I still can't figure out Twitter, and I'm relatively young, and it troubles me.
I've linked my forever. Back in the day, Mark Ronick, in one of his genius moves, linked my Facebook account to Twitter.
That's
so
good.
everything I post, I think, goes to Twitter as well. But I don't.
This may be it does,
get on
Mike.
that.
Thank you. This may be a better link that's within Instagram, so you can just go ahead and follow that guy to figure out.
You
what
know,
the
this is
specials are.
unfortunate because we can't share with our. At some point, we're going to have the technology where
we're working on
Oscar
that as we
will be
speak.
able to put it up on a screen.
Yeah.
Throw it to a
great.
screen.
Do that.
Yeah.
So if you want to, just pro
tip.
tip for you creeps out there.
Yeah.
Once you click through your local restaurant link, especially if they're like associated brand models or influencers, maybe they have their OnlyFans, who knows? You can actually find the individual team members. They tag themselves sometimes, right?
Like Jenny. I just found Jenny.
This is great.
They're
So-
the hardworking.
Yeah.
You can see there.
Yeah, so Mike, I'm saying in Florida, it's just I think you're doing your part by patronizing local establishments.
That is the Fort Myers.
Yeah, we're
that
all
is a
in this
local
together,
shop,
Mike.
Fort Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's something special.
You'll want to wear a
Truly-
mask.
Truly exciting and special.
Yeah, wear a mask.
But anywho, so back to the glove.
Yes. Are you going to wear the glove to Twin Peaks? Glove.
I have not only purchased a baseball glove, but I have purchased a bucket of baseballs.
Used, or how do you do that?
The Rawlings, they had a special.
Okay.
On the,
He doesn't want to bend down.
What's that?
Yeah.
What did he say? What?
He said you don't want to bend down.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then he chases the balls around, but it's for batting practice because he needs to work on his batting skills. But this is it right here. I think this is a beautiful. This brought me back to my youth when I breaking in a glove. And if you want to know the greatest American smell in the world, put your nose into a baseball glove. That is an American smell, right?
A pack of
That is a
baseball
smell
cards with stale gum.
Also great.
Fantastic.
Burning
And
dust
I'm very,
on
very
tubes.
excited.
Yes.
And look, I'm being told, I don't know. I get told by other people that he's a good little athlete. And so I'm nurturing that. And I'm keeping him an inch deep and a mile wide.
Sure.
And we'll see. We'll see
Are there
where
any
he goes
breakout
from here.
stars in the O'Mara lineage? Sports stars?
As far as real athletes?
Sports,
there were really good. My cousin John was a really, really good tennis player.
Oh.
Like not pro, but really, really did well with it. Let's see. That might be it as far as that. There's some good genetics.
Kathy seems athletic.
Kathy still plays tennis
Yeah,
and
she
does
skis.
a good job. She's a skier.
Right?
Runs away from Mike.
Runs away from me. Took me skiing with a neighbor boy and left me at the bottom of the hill when I didn't know how to ski. Traumatized me for skiing. That became her. That was her. She's still skiing today. I am sedentary in a chair down
She's like
here.
10 years
in Fort
older
Myers.
and she's still
But I blow
racing
them all out of the
black
water
diamonds.
when it comes to golf. I do.
Good.
My chosen sport.
Now,
which
were there
I'm
golfers
happy
in previous
No.
generations? You picked it
My
up on your
father
own.
hated it.
Why-
How can anybody? My dad would say, "How can anybody hit a pill into a little hole? What the hell is that? Why are you hitting a pill? Why have I turned my father into that New York
Herb.
reporter?
Herb Walsh.
Your father and I were
Herb Welch.
Welch, not Walsh.
What are you doing? Yeah, why are you hitting that? Are you hitting that little pill into a hole? I'd rather run around and play tennis. Better exercise.
My favorite story from your father when he was like,
How's that?
when you told Mike how you gonna save it, how you gonna spend it, like when you
First
told
contract.
yeah,
First
yeah,
big contract.
yeah,
He
yeah,
said, I said, Dad, look what they're paying me to go on the radio in Washington, D.C. What are you going to do with it?
Love me, love me.
That's me. That was my dad's skill. My dad would make me feel like there would be this would go off in my head quite often when my dad would say something like that. It's just like, well, if you don't stand up for yourself, you're not going to get anywhere.
What a dumbass.
That's what he was really saying.
Yeah.
That's
Not a
what
lot
he
of-
was really saying.
Was there ever an attaboy?
Attaboys aren't part of my on the O'Mara side are not part of the DNA.
It just doesn't
Attaboys
exist.
were You know what was the attaboy? The attaboy was showing up. The attaboy was participating.
On time.
Okay.
The attaboy, most of the positive commentary I would hear about me regarding my dad would be my mom saying to me, he says great things about you to all his coworkers. That was, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I
He
would
doesn't
get.
hate
No.
you.
So the answer was no. Attaboys weren't part of the deal. That really wasn't part of the deal. I am an attaboyer like you would. I'm positive feedback, Johnny. I do it constantly, but it's natural. I don't, I do it naturally.
When do you do that?
Attaboy for my son.
Oh,
I do it for my son all the time.
I was like,
Not so much in a professional
No,
way.
no.
I've done it for you guys. I've done it for you guys.
I know.
Don't get happy.
But I mean, no, I don't do it a lot. None of us do it for each other.
No.
Right?
It's expected.
I mean, we don't. We just.
I know
do
we
what
never do it for Pony.
I had a boy Pony when he does something great. Like my relationship with that man.
I do too. When
has
Pony
changed.
does something
Yes.
great,
I want him to
give
know
him
he's
an attaboy.
appreciated. Yes.
Pony, is today the day?
No.
We got a break. Anyway, that's it. Valentine's Day. We are not going to do the news coming up. We're going to do Valentine's Day.
We're gonna pass
I
on
want
it.
to find out how yours was.
Yes.
I believe I might be the champion. I might be the champion of VD. So we're going to take a break. Still funny
Gross.
after all these years. We'll take a little break. We'll come back. You're listening to the Mike O'Mara Show, post Valentine's Day edition.
In the latter years of the 2000s, a crack team of disc jockeys was thrown off the air, innocent victims of a format flip. These men escaped to the darkest reaches of the internet. Still wanted by their fans, they survive as podcasters. If you need laughter and no one else can help, and you have a smartphone, maybe you can download The Mike O'Mara Show.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program. It's The Mike O'Mara Show. www.mikeomarashow.com.
This portion of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by Indochino. Whether it's finding a signature color, wearing a more flattering cut, or getting a new statement piece, the right detail can take your wardrobe up a notch this year. Let Indochino take care of your 2022 style edit. You can customize everything from suits and shirts to chinos and bomber jackets at prices more affordable than you might expect. Indochino offers completely custom-fitted suits, shirts, casual wear, and more at surprisingly affordable prices. Every piece is made to your exact measurements, and you can customize every detail. The best part? Indochino suits start from just $429 and shirts from $79 with all customizations included. Oscar's used Indochino for years. I love it, and you will too. You'll feel like a king. King. Hawk! Is it the king approaching? Give yourself a style edit that sets the tone for the rest of the year with Indochino. Get $50 off any purchase of $399 or more by using promo code TMOS at Indochino.com. That's $50 off a purchase of $399 or more at INDOCHINO.com. Promo code TMOS. So yesterday, the big day. Now, all I can tell you, as far as card getters, flower getters, seemed to me that my waiting until the day itself was a smart move. I had gone in the Mart of
Always
Wall.
is for flowers. Always is.
It is.
Yes.
The day of. I went to, do you have fresh markets up where you are?
I think we do.
It's
I think I've
down
seen
here.
one, yeah.
Super ridiculous expensive.
I've
like
never been.
silly expensive. But I walked in, and on my way, I decided I'd do the show,
Right.
hop in the car, drive down to where my wife's office is, and bring her flowers. And I knew that there was also a Hallmark store on the way, and I hit it out of the park. It was a surprise. It was delightful. I had the vase of flowers, flores, that were beautiful and bloomed. They were already bloomed.
Beautiful.
Roses.
Perfect.
Red roses. And I walk in, and this particular grocery store just had, it was flowers out the ass. It was special.
And
It
you know
was
how painful
spectacular.
that can be.
No, I had been in the Mart of Wall on Sunday
Yeah.
with the mouth-breathing people that were just pouring over these cards. It was the filthiest scene I had ever seen at a Walmart, with crap on the floor and everything. I was trying to find Valentines for my kid.
Right.
And I just chucked it. Got a stack of things that said Happy Valentine's Day that were cards. Carla looks at me and goes, "These are not kids' Valentines." I said, "It was all they had."
That's all they had.
That's all they had.
So that's what I did. So
Oscar,
I
there are
think-
3 Fresh Markets local. One at McPherson Square, one in
Very
Alexandria,
expensive.
and one on 20th Street.
No,
Never, ever do I shop there. I did yesterday, and it was Flower Day. Right in the front, right? Took a little right-hand turn, bam, there they all were. I was in there, out of there, less than 5 minutes.
That's perfect.
Fantastic go. And then Hallmark store, nobody in the Hallmark store. It was
Not even an old,
Hallmark.
not even old disinterested clerk.
There,
Lady.
like 10 of them.
Hello, dear.
Upselling me on some kind of membership.
Oh, they love that.
One of the greeters, and then one at the. I don't want your card program. Shut the frig up and let me get my card.
Don't
that
you
you're
buy at
charging an
least-
obscene amount of money?
Don't you
for.
buy at least one greeting card a month, dear?
Yeah, it's God.
We can.
Why do they do that in retail now? Why do they hassle people? That's just putting the grift on people, in my opinion. It
Well,
really
I mean,
is.
if you look at a Hallmark store, they're
Yeah.
usually prime real estate, loaded
Right.
with merchandise, bigger than they need to be, and no one's ever in there. They've
you
got to
need
make the money
smaller
somewhere.
ones and more of them.
Well,
Yeah,
I think-
unless it's like a mob front.
I think cards are dying.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be
Yeah.
right. I'm not. No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
No, but-
I think when you throw a card into something, I
You
think
do, but
always do.
what's killing Walmart is the fact that you can get cards at a grocery store or a drugstore. If
Yeah,
they had cornered it, then forget
No,
it.
you know what though? The Mart of Wall has done the same crap they do every year, and I'll tell you, once they get established, and this is why I think people fight them all the time. Take away the environmental impact, take away the economic impact, which people have talked about for years. Store killers, home business. I mean, local
Closing-
store killers.
closing
You
Main
can't compete
Street.
with their prices. You
Yeah.
just
I
can't.
mean, they can't compete. But then you throw in the fact that they're good for like an hour, and then they get picked over and nasty, and their employee base, does not restock in the right way. It's just a sloppy
Yeah,
stores.
it
They're
is
filthy
sloppy.
when you
It
go
is.
into it. But anyway, mine was a hit, surprised her. She was free between clients and took her out to a little sushi restaurant,
That's sweet.
and fantastic.
smooch.
Up until, what's that?
Big smooch.
Yeah.
Big smooch. Sure. What?
How dare you.
Anyway, and then she
Did you use the baseball glove thing?
She was it's Interruption Tuesday. Trying to get through my
Hey,
bit.
Carla, got us both a present.
Yeah, look what I got from Dick's.
Look at that.
Come here, dear.
Happy Valentine's to you. Happy Val. This is addictive right here.
Yes, it is.
This is great. Look at that. That's the sound you want. That's right in the sweet. Nope, not that one. That's the one right there in the sweet spot. And then everything was great until she got her order at lunch. And when Carla gets something she doesn't like, she ordered udon noodles, and she thought they were slimy and gross. And
I'm
and
slimy.
that was all she wrote. And I'm gross. And she, the mood flipped.
Yeah.
The mood flipped.
Yeah,
I didn't order the food.
Yeah.
Okay. I was real happy with my California roll.
Not to
Tasted
blame.
yummy, yummy in my tummy. She flipped a little bit, and then she also mentioned that she thought the waitresses were bitchy.
Oh.
I said the waitress.
Oh.
I said the waitress we had could not have been nicer. Yeah, but in a bitchy way. I said, well, that's because they were all kind of hotties. Because it's a nighttime joint.
Oh, meow.
At this little sushi
What's
place,
their-
it's more of a
send me their
drinkery.
Yeah.
So, but
Twin
anyway.
Peaks
But it was
sushi.
good. How was yours? Was it good?
Actually, I did quite well. We don't normally do much for Valentine's Day. And,
Yeah, you've always bragged about that you don't get anything for Valentine's.
and Carrie kept up that tradition, but I leave, as I always do, before her. And so I told her, I text the kids on the way to work, and I texted Carrie. I said, make sure you look at the kitchen counter before you leave. And I left out some of her favorite candies. She loves Hershey bars, so I got her Hershey
really
chocolate,
nice.
a big Reese's rose. It's like a Reese's cup, but it's
Yes.
big, shaped like a rose, and some little heart-shaped Reese's cups, and a card that said something. I believe it was,
Please let me stay.
Yes. What do you say?
Don't
12,
leave.
What do you say? 12 more months? And it was a picture, beautiful, like an oil painting of a man escaping. It was no, but she was very pleased. And
she did nothing for you?
No, she made dinner and she made brownies last night, and we watched.
What did she make you for dinner?
She made pulled pork and homemade coleslaw, one of my favorite dinners. And then we watched The Righteous Gemstones, which has the greatest opening sequence this week.
So funny.
It is.
I gotta catch up.
It'll kill you.
Catch up.
But yeah, you know what? It was low key, but it was nice, and I feel I also succeeded.
And then the two of you, I like this imagery of the two of you. Sitting on the couch watching a show together and laughing. There's a few shows we've bonded on. With the way I think the world is at your house, but I mean that's okay.
No, but it's absolutely true. Have you watched Inventing Anna at all?
No, I have not.
Oh, it is good.
This is
Netflix.
I tell you what, give it the first episode lays a lot of groundwork. You're going to say, I don't know if I want to stay with this. Stay with it. That's another show that we've been watching together. That's very good.
Grifter of grifters.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Yes. And yours, Oscar? How was yours?
I think this is probably the worst Valentine's Day possible.
This is on the heel of the worst Super Bowl possible.
Yeah, it's all coming up, Oscar. I know my wife, and I feel like I know how to make her feel loved. But then yesterday happened. Because my Valentine's Day present was to go stand in line at a High Line store for an hour and a half outside, because this is what happens these days. And then they let me in so I could buy an expensive bottle of perfume that my wife wanted.
Oh, because they can't have but so many people in the store at once.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So
Come to Florida.
That was my...
Yeah, also in Florida, don't they sell bulk perfume? Bring your own jug?
Lick it. Lick the perfume and taste it.
It's the Lick It Boutique.
Congratulations on your perfume order. Shake.
Kisses.
Yeah.
I thought that was my present, and I scurried home. This was on a Saturday. Spent, my Saturday afternoon for her. And then after waiting an hour to get checked out, so it's a 3-hour trip of my Saturday. And I come home with a nice bag, and I'm like, Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, so you did it early.
Yeah, I did it early.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was all that was needed to be addressed. Like, that's it.
Right.
And then on yesterday, I just felt like a mopey energy of Happy Valentine's Day.
She give you a card or anything?
No. She gave me a piece of candy. And then...
also, I don't know that I should reveal this, but this is what we do on the show.
Yeah.
There was an order placed for the drugstore with Dan O'Brien at about 11 yesterday morning.
From Shannon?
Yeah, and she said, I've been eating a lot of Rob's gum. We need a pack of Big Red. We need a pack of Double Mint. I need some Advil. Oh, and get a Reese's Heart for Oscar.
Yeah, so
make sure it's a heart shape.
Dan O'Brien gave me
and then Dan
she
said,
sent someone out that works at Podville.
And then Dan said, "That's a lot of stuff. Let me write it down."
Was that does Dan do the passive aggressive a little bit?
No, not really.
No.
And also, I feel I've not sent him ever on an errand.
That's a lot of stuff. Let me write it down.
I send him all the time.
But he comes into my office with the gum. He says, "You're going to have to tell Shannon they don't have hot tamales at the drugstore."
But you got the heart. You got a heart.
I got a heart from Dan. No, thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
So
busy. It's very busy.
Around 6:30. We usually go home. In fairness, at least at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, no later than 8.
We're at home by 8.
Yeah, home by 10.
Solid. And then 8 comes around, and I'm like shooting out emails. And I'm like, oh, she's. So I poke my head in her office, and she's got her headphones on. She's QCing a video project, and I was like, oh, I guess we're still working.
What is QCing?
Quality control.
Very good.
And then
Quentin Tarantino.
And then, so I just get back to work. And then 9 comes around. I'm like, I'm starving. I guess we're not having a Valentine's Day dinner.
So you thought maybe something would be prepared?
Something. And then...
Were you assuming she may have prepared it?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, she's upset that like I didn't plan anything. It was like this weird thing.
Like maybe a dinner out?
Something.
Okay.
And then I said, well, what's the best course of action here? How can I save this?
Pistol.
And then I said... hey, it's 9:15.
45 minutes shy of the big hour of 10.
When the Europeans dine.
Would you like me to go across the street and pick something up for us? Like, are you into that? And she goes...
That was 20 minutes before I would be sound asleep.
And she said, no, not now. It's too late. And I said, oh. Okay. I'm going to go across to get some taquitos then because I'm starving.
Oh, so when you said across the street,
Nothing says romance like getting your dinner from a convenience store.
when you said across the street, you meant 7-Eleven.
I meant the palm for her, but once she gave me some attitude, I said, I'm going taquitos. I don't need the palm. I'm a taquitos guy.
You were going to pick up like a really luxury dinner?
Yes,
And,
yes, if that's what she wanted. But if you don't tell me what you want, I don't know.
Do you normally dine late?
Yes, all I've been eating is grapes and yogurt for the past 3 weeks. So,
but if you're going to have like a dinner, it's not unusual to dine after 9 p.m.
8:30, 9:30,
9
yes.
o'clock.
Yes,
Okay, all right,
yes.
very good.
Like the Bolivians do.
Yeah.
She was giving you a kind of a negative vibe.
Yeah. So you know what, Mike? I do enough. Like, I'm going for the taquitos in my.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the story, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, the taquitos.
Yeah.
And you went and got them.
I went and got them, and I came back. She's like, "What are you doing?" Because I'm eating by myself in a dark conference room with my dog that wants the chips I bought.
Excellent play.
And she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just eating dinner." Like, you're clearly upset about something. I did something wrong, and I'm not. I was like, "I'm not playing this game. I'm taking care of me."
Did she share?
What did she share?
Did she share after you said that? Did she share?
She said, "Well, I thought we would do something for Valentine's Day." I said, "What about that luxury perfume I rotted for on a Saturday and I got a piece of candy? You see me complaining?" No.
That was it?
That was it. She goes, "Fine. Be ready in 10 minutes." And I was like, "All right." And then I got my stuff like a little kid and then met her in the lobby.
And then home.
Did you go out to dinner?
No, we went home and then I slept on the couch and she slept upstairs.
Oh, so it was a terrible Valentine's Day. That's a good story.
True love is hard to find, people.
We got to take a break. How's everything this morning?
We rode separately.
Oh, that's nice.
To be continued.
Mike, I'm going to let Frank take us to break if that's okay.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra. Hope yours was good. And for all the lovers everywhere, happy post-BD.
Hey, next February 14th, send Dan out for the perfume.
Big smooch.
We'll be back with more. The homepage coming up right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Welcome to the TMOS International Airport. The white zone is for immediate unloading of passengers only. There is no stopping in the red zone.
The white zone is for immediate unloading of passengers only. There is no stopping in the red zone.
The red zone's always been for loading and unloading. There is no stopping in the white zone.
Don't tell me which zone's for stopping and which zone's for loading.
Listen, Betty. Don't start your white zone crap again. There's just no stopping in the white zone.
Why pretend? We both know what you're talking about. You want me to buy you a subscription to the TMOS bonus show.
It's really the only sensible thing to do, if it's done properly, therapeutically. There's no danger involved. It really is the best show of the week.
The TMOS bonus show. Subscribe today and stop sucking.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Programming note, we will be dark tomorrow and resume our programming on Thursday, so make note of that. I don't want to read anything about, they didn't tell us. I just did. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Stamps.com. Time is money. Don't waste either with repeated trips to the post office. With Stamps.com, you can skip the trip and focus on how to take your small business to the next level. Stamps.com lets you print official postage right from your computer and saves you money in the process. So you can spend less time at the post office and more time making your customers happy. For more than 20 years, Stamps.com has been a must for over 1 million businesses. Stamps.com gives you access to all the shipping services you need, plus exclusive discounts like up to 40% off USPS rates and 76% off UPS.
Yes.
All you need is a computer and a standard printer, and you are up and running in minutes. Printing official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, anywhere you want to send it. Here's what I want you to do. Stop overpaying for shipping with Stamps.com. Sign up with promo code TMOS for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. And no long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the homepage, and enter code TMOS. It's that easy. It's that easy.
So
what
easy.
Happened to my thing? What happened? Hello? Oh.
Hello?
I'm dead. Hold on. Give me a second here.
Mike, I can do it. Here you go.
Thank you.
From the
very
four
good.
corners of the World Wide Web
Hello.
and into
Thank
your
you, Rob.
digital
No
device.
sweat.
It's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
All right, hold on just a second.
But what happened?
What happened?
I don't know. Oh, no.
No. Yes?
No,
yes.
no.
No, yes.
How many taquitos?
Oh, it was sweet. The guy really saw that I was sad. So I said, I'll have 2 buffalo chicken taquitos. And he said, my friend, 3. I said, no, I just need 2. He's like, I'll give you 1 for free. I'm like, okay.
That means they're about to throw them out.
They were stale.
Yeah. The hot roller.
Yeah, there was no like, oh, these were rolling since 3 o'clock.
I was gonna say those were when you were buying perfume. They were putting them on the hot roller.
Yes.
Nothing like a good taquito. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Thank you.
There we go.
Last month, Netflix announced they're raising their prices. An email about the change is finally making its way into the inboxes of existing subscribers. They were very selective in their choice of words. You know, in this day and age, you can't get away with BS communication.
You can't.
You have to tell it like it is, especially when it comes to moolah. They purposely did not call it an increase, even though that's exactly what it is. Instead, they referred to it as an update. Here's the quote.
What?
We hope you're enjoying everything Netflix has to offer. We're updating our prices to bring you more great entertainment. You know, you're lying.
Yeah.
You're raising your prices. That's it. Your monthly price will change to the new plan price on March 12th, 2022. This update will allow us to deliver even more value for your membership. No, this update will allow you to garner more profits for your company.
Yes.
You choose to update the programming to improve your product so you can make more
You can compete.
money.
Yeah.
Still
the best,
stories that lift you up. It is the best.
Yeah.
Give them credit for that.
Yeah.
Move you or simply make your day a little better. Hey, Netflix does a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, but don't hide it. It
Yeah,
makes
he's
you
the
seem
hot
slimy.
guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's got great abs. He stays in shape.
Yeah.
Twitter was
he
quick to
updated his
notice.
physique.
Yeah.
Twitter said, one user said, quote, sorry, this does not justify the price hike, Netflix. Just be honest. You want to make more money. It's okay to admit that. Another person said, quote, at least call it a price increase.
Yeah.
Too funny, crappy, but funny. It is funny.
Yeah.
And it's jive. And it's jerky. Thank you very
Jive.
much. According to a site called Sports Interaction, the top 2 teams didn't even make it into this year's game. They give the Kansas City Chiefs the best odds of winning the Super Bowl next year, followed closely by the Buffalo Bills. This year's winner, the LA Rams, came in 3rd, followed by the Bengals, the 49ers, and the Buccaneers. Coming in dead last, here's your teams, folks. The Houston Texans, followed by the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. The Jaguars and the Giants round out the bottom 5. Yeah!
Hey,
So-
this is Jim Nance. I don't think it's fair to call the Houston Texans the worst team in the league.
I think your son was right. The Giants do suck.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah,
not
but that hurt
Texan
me.
bad.
It was the last thing was said to me on Super Bowl Sunday after having my party.
I know.
He knew
Going
how to
out.
get you.
He did.
Getting
knew.
the food. It was just like a knife
Right
in my
for the
heart,
jugular.
You know?
And he
a knife in
in
my
and he
heart.
spins it.
And that's why there will be no Christmas.
Yeah, but Mike, think about it. He's a true O'Mara. Like, he
Oh,
knows
yes.
how to get you.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about instinct? He's got it. He's got it in spades. He is absolutely on the instinct. He knows. And stands looking dead at me, hands by the side. The Giants suck. And then there's a pause. Yeah. And he turns and he walks into the bedroom with his teddy bear. Anyway.
Such a mixed message.
God.
He's so
little
cute,
ass.
but so mean.
That's right.
Anyway. The 94th annual Oscars will have 3 hosts this year.
Yes!
Get ready for really exciting choices. Regina Hall, is she the one that does the Cadillac commercials?
I believe
Director, producer, actress.
Amy Schumer and Wanda Sykes.
3's better than 1 terrible.
I just...
And I think
I give up
your
on award
disdain
shows.
is not built around the host. It's about the concept of an award show now.
Maybe.
No, it's that if you put an A-list person with great material up there, a la even a Chris Rock, or you put like a Ricky Gervais,
Mark
or you
Addy.
put you got Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. They do good. I'm talking about Regina Hall, who's not a comedian.
Right.
Amy Schumer, who is, the stock has fallen as far as her comedy, and Wanda
so?
Sykes, who's
I think
always just there.
Wanda Sykes is, I think, an icon of comedy.
I think Wanda Sykes of the
I
3
think you have a
will bring
blind spot.
will bring the best. Yeah.
Amy Schumer's still at the top of her game.
All right.
But you know what?
It is.
It depends
Maybe
if they
it's the
rein
three.
her in or not.
Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's having 3 hosts. I don't know. It left me cold.
Yeah.
It left me cold. It's been 35 years since there's been at least 3 hosts. In 1987, here we go. This will kind of tell you. They had Chevy Chase, Goldie Hawn, and Paul Hogan. It's the same deal, in my opinion.
Who's
it's
Paul
exactly
Hogan?
the same deal.
Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, really?
The host will officially be announced this morning on Good Morning America at 7 a.m.
Because the American Broadcasting Company is going to be airing the Academy Awards.
Yay. Rah-rah. Whoopi Goldberg returned to The View yesterday. I'm glad she didn't bail. After a 2-week suspension for saying that the Holocaust wasn't about race. And she immediately addressed the controversy, which doesn't surprise me with Whoopi. She said, quote, "There's something kind of marvelous about being on a show like this because we are The View and this is what we do. Sometimes we don't do it as elegantly as we could. It's 5 minutes to get in important information about topics. That's what we try to do every day." She added, quote, "I listened to everything everybody had to say, and I was very grateful, and I hope it keeps important conversations happening." I think that's what you have to do. You have to listen. You have to say, not get your dander up. You have to listen to people and get it and understand that people get frustrated. People get angry.
Did you hear Joy Behar's comment following that, though?
What did she say? Rob Spewak quoting from The View. Thank you very much. A new study out of the UK says the average person's vehicle has significantly more bacterial contamination than the average toilet seat.
Pony.
Your car. They swabbed the cars all over, and they found the highest concentrations of bacteria are typically in the trunk.
Really?
Surprised me a little bit. Yep. And they were normal, everyday cars, not just the ones that were recently used to dump a body. The next nastiest spot was the driver's seat. Ew.
Yeah, of course.
Driver's seat. Ew. Followed by the gear stick, the back seat, and that's a British thing right there. Followed by the gear stick.
The gear stick, the boot.
The back seat, well, if you have an 8-year-old in the back seat, I seriously think that there's an alien growing back there. And the dashboard. The steering wheels had the lowest amounts of bacteria of all the areas swabbed. That doesn't surprise me when I have hand sanitizer in my car, and what's the first thing you do after you put it on? You touch the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So I get that. That's people are using more hand sanitizer. It says it right here during the pandemic. The main takeaways here: your trunk can get really gross, especially if you don't clean it regularly. So think about that before putting groceries inside.
Smart.
Put your apples right on the side.
Well,
I keep my bread on the driver's seat.
Think about how many times you've walked out to your car and put your bag on the ground.
Yeah.
And then just shoved it in your trunk, especially luggage.
Exactly. It's nasty. Nasty. And now a little something. Last Thursday, someone broke into a place called Punch Out Gaming in Forest Lake, Minnesota. Oh, yeah. Forest Lake, Minnesota. Right up near White Bear Lake.
Go Bears.
They actually broke into a neighboring store, which was vacant, and then busted through the shared wall. Kool-Aid Man style.
Nice.
Punch Out Gaming sells a lot of Pokemon stuff, and that's what the guy was after. He was reportedly in and out of the store for 2 hours and got away with a ton of boxes of merchandise worth about $250,000. The thief was caught on the store's surveillance cameras, but he did not enter a back room that would have tripped the alarm. Maybe that's because he was familiar with the store. Or maybe that's because that's where the safe was and he wanted the Pokemon merchandise and not the cash. He is still on the run. Police have been staking out the home of Michael William O'Mara, who is known to be one of the world's largest Pokemon collectors. And I could bring a bunch in right now. They're all over the house. That's his thing. He even, his Gammy got him a Pokemon pair of pajamas.
Oh,
with
nice.
the ears. Yeah.
Is that what he wore for the caper?
I got to tell you this before we break.
Okay,
I really
stop
do.
the music.
I didn't get did Carlos send me the picture? I have to show you the picture. And this was a funny moment that I want to share. And if I don't do this now, I won't.
No, I'd love to see.
So Gammy gets him his Pokemon.
Can you get a little closer?
jammies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's great.
Oh.
Hey, the autofocus is working better than ever.
Hold on. Just hold it there.
Yeah, it'll get there.
It'll get there. Pull it back now.
I can make it out.
If you just held your
That's
arm
what the way
a
they
little
do
longer,
in the 70s. For Christ's
get there.
sake.
The
I wanna
70s.
be able to- but anyway,
When we were doing our podcast in the 70s?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he takes out, he's got his jammies on like this. He's wearing this outfit that's cracking me up. And he brings over one of his actual Pokemon. Pikachu.
Right.
That's a Pikachu.
Yeah.
He's
Pikachu. The yellow guy.
And this is his vocabulary. He brings it up to me and he looks and he goes, Uncanny Resemblance, right? Sorry. We'll be right back, everybody. That's great.
What a good kid.
Do you listen to podcasts? Do you like to hear virtual voices through the magic of electronic reproduction? How would you like to hear your voice on a podcast? Now you can. Just submit a promo to the Mike O'Mara Show. If you cut the mustard, you can rub audio shoulders with all the promo greats. James Amato, Paul Christine, even that guy. It's as easy as falling off a log. Just follow this simple procedure. 1. Select a TMOS topic that you want to promote and then record yourself promoting it. 2. Send your promo as an MP3 to rob@MikeO'MaraShow.com. And if it airs, you can be a star. Can fabulous wealth be far behind? Ha 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 ha! You better hurry. We look forward to hearing from you. Here's to showbiz.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You know, my good friend Mark Livingstone recently let me know Cornerstone First Financial has merged with a national lender. They'll continue with the same great service that they have provided for years. Plus, now they can originate mortgage loans in 41 states. That might be you people. And go from application to closing even quicker, and their rock-bottom rates just got lower. So, whether you're in the market for a new mortgage or looking to take cash out of your existing home, take my advice and call Mark and his team at Cornerstone First Financial. Rates are expected to rise as much as a full percentage point this year. And with no two mortgages alike, the pros at Cornerstone will work with you and go over the best options for you, even if you're working with another company. Use Cornerstone as a sounding board to make sure that you're getting the best deal you can for you and your family. Whether it's a purchase or a refi, Cornerstone First Financial is the only mortgage company I recommend. 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or cornerstone.com.
You're allergic to great rates, aren't you?
God, what a day. What a weird day. What a weird day. So, Oscar, you mentioned Valentine's Day briefly, and I got a bunch of stuff. Rob's got a fat attack. There's grocery store bitching. We've got good stuff, but we had to get this. Did the locking in the bedroom have anything to do with the altercation?
There's
regarding
no altercation.
The Valentine. The
friction,
unhappiness.
Yeah,
I'm fine. I love sleeping on the couch because two things are happening. One, the dog isn't kicking me, and it's cooler in the basement because we have this oil heat.
Main level.
Yeah, and it gets hot in the bedroom, so I'm good.
Does the dog ever try to get on the sofa with you?
No. The dog doesn't love me as much as he loves his mom.
Yeah.
Right? So, I'm sleeping on the couch for two reasons. I'm semi-annoyed with the whole situation. It's not like I didn't do anything. I did my part for Valentine's Day. And I don't think it's beyond any man to say, okay, you took care of business. Check that box.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a very, very manufactured, males are obligated kind of holiday.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases.
Yeah.
That's it.
Correct.
And if you're offended by that, I'm sorry for people that are in the life. I have to say that is, with your significant other, whether they be male or female,
right.
There's always somebody that's expected to do and others who are expected to receive.
Also, probably doesn't help that the other team members around Podville, they're going on their Valentine's dates or they're leaving early to do theirs. I'm sure that doesn't.
And
help
yesterday, it was fun here. Yesterday, Dan O'Brien came dressed as Cupid.
Yeah,
it was just fun.
So he did not
with the shirt off and in a diaper.
No,
very exciting.
Bow and arrow.
He'd
be perfect for that.
So last night when I said I didn't want dinner, and because she offered me grapes and granola again, and I said no, thank you, I'm fine. I had my taquitos. And chips.
So when you got home...
Yeah, she's like, do you want a parfait? And I said, no.
Well, then there was conversation. It wasn't horrible.
I don't want a parfait at 10:30 at night. I'm good.
And also there could have been a tone with that. Do you want a parfait?
Oh, was it kind
Was
of
there
that
a tone?
way? Was there a little bit of a tone?
Yeah, like she was being put out, or she already knew the answer to that. Like I'm
she was
already
depressed, and it's like, do you want a parfait or something?
She knows I'll do anything for
Do
food.
you
at
want
this
me
point.
to put grapes in yogurt for you?
Do you want me to put a yogurt grape and like run the yogurt on top of the taquito and put a grape in the middle?
No, I was full. I said I'm full. I'm good. Like I literally.
Caesar is full.
I ate.
Caesar is full. He is eating his taquito. Go ahead. Sorry.
So I heard the she made a lot of noise with the yogurt and like banging on dishes.
Boy, it takes a talent to make noise with yogurt.
Yeah, but I don't fall into this trap. Most men are like, "What's wrong?" No, I'm like, I've done my part. I'm good.
Good boy.
So I turn on Inventing Anna.
Great show.
Turn my mind off. I roll on. I'm good. And I might have said, "Hey, I just want to watch the show because we might talk about it on the show."
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to talk. Like, please, we had a long day. I hope everything's okay. Enjoy your luxury scent perfume, right? So, just reminding her that I did take care of business.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the scent was, Mike, just if you wanted to know, it was Charlie.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
So she goes
B.O. and feet.
She stands up, and I hear her close the door to our bedroom. And I know, and because I know our house, that the little latches on the doors are not the best because it's an old house.
Right.
At this point, I know on the bedroom door, I have taken the latches, the actual handles off of the door because they get stuck. So she's got no handles.
Do you have holes there?
There's just holes. Like Peeping Tom would come in and just look through the...
So you can't like latch
through
the door?
The mortise lock. No.
It looks like someone's on suicide watch.
Yeah. So...
Wow.
We took all the locks off of Madame's doors and hid the razor.
It's a sad existence. And as soon as I heard the door shut, I said, well, that's going to be a problem later. So...
To get in?
I'm not going back up there. I just figured whenever she needed to come out or get in, there was going to be a problem.
Because it kind
she
of
slammed
without
the
the
door
mechanism.
shut. Yeah, she slammed the door shut.
Oh, she slammed it shut without a handle to open it up.
On either side. But I didn't say anything. I got back to my Netflix series. I fell asleep. I wake up in the morning to this. Around 6:05 a.m. And it's not coming from the door, it's coming from the ceiling.
Mr. Ceballos, the knock is coming from within the house.
Peach. I'm like, hello? She says, we're locked in and Santos has to go to the bathroom.
Oh, well, she's thinking about the dog. Good for her.
Poor pup.
So I go upstairs and I'm like, oh, this should be easy. I said, can you grab the handle that's on the dresser? That you just poke it in and then
use it
and flip it. And she says, no, I put the handle in the other room. I said, which room? She goes, I think I put it in what is our other a closet of a room, a small room. And I said, I looked in there and I said, it's not in here. And she goes, well, maybe it's downstairs. So for like 10 minutes at 6 a.m, I'm looking for a handle.
Find the handle.
Right.
Vandals took the handle.
Then I have to go get our toolbox and then get a screwdriver. Like it was a 30-minute ordeal.
And you're at your best at about 6:50.
I'm pissed.
He's peaking, Mike.
Did you get her out?
Yeah, I got her out. And I said, what's the deal? Why are you slamming doors? She goes, I didn't slam the door. I said, oh, you slammed the door last night when you stomped up the stairs. I heard it.
Did she cop to it?
Yeah. She's like, well, I didn't know I locked myself in. I said, there's no handles on this door.
Love, exciting and new. Yes, sir. How's she doing today? Is she okay today?
I'm sure she is.
I haven't seen her.
As I last checked, Mike, if somebody's on scholarship, it's not me.
Would you like a piece of advice?
Yes.
I believe in surprises because I surprised Carla with what I did. Surprise her tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With just dinner. You'll get the benefit too. Go to a nice place.
A working
lock. Go to a nice place. What's that?
A working lock.
A working lock. That's fine.
Right?
Get over
something
it.
Sweet.
Rob, am I right?
It's
if
really
surprises her.
It's the way you do
her,
it.
They go home at the same time. Take her out to dinner.
Yeah.
take her out to dinner. Say, we're going to make a nice, just for two, a nice reservation and surprise her.
And while you're gone, have a handyman take all the doors off the hinges.
Okay, we have to take a break and come back. We got Soundtown coming up next. God. Wow. Who'd have thunk he's the one that's got the marital?
I know,
my
right?
life is crumbling.
Right.
Really like my idea. Hope you think. Just give it some thought.
We'll be right back. Handle in the other room.
There you go. The handle's not on the door. Yes, sir. In the dream home. We'll be right back.
As far back as I could remember, I always wanted to be Mike O'Mara. To me, being Mike O'Mara was better than being president of the United States. He's not just a clown to amuse you. He's the capo de capi.
That's right.
He does accents, impressions, and he can even talk up records.
Don't forget it.
His two trusted associates, Rob and Oscar, they're untouchable. And they're pretty good earners, too. Tune in to the live Mike O'Mara Show broadcast every weekday on Facebook Live, or download it and listen on your own terms. Support these good fellas. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and buy the bonus show, or I'm going to have to send Paulie Christine after you. Arrivederci.
There you go. Yeah, he can't. He's in Punta Cana. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
There's a reason why Noom works while other diets fail you. Noom uses psychology to give you the practical knowledge and skills you need to build smarter, long-term habits and behaviors. The approach is based on scientifically proven principles like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which helps people better understand why they eat the way they do. Noom doesn't believe in telling you what you can or can't eat. Instead, Noom gives you the knowledge you need to make informed choices that fit your lifestyle and also help you reach your goals. You're the boss. 5, 10, or 15 minutes a day. How much time you want to spend on the app is up to you. Here's a fact. More than 75% of users complete the program. More than 60% of users lose 5% or more body weight by 16 weeks. And more than 60% of users keep the weight off for a year or more. When Oscar's not working on doors at his house, he loves Noom.
Oh,
and
yes.
Carla has never looked better. Sign up for your trial and get psychology-based support and motivation to reach your goals at noom.com/TMOS. That's noom.com/TMOS to sign up for your trial and do it today, everybody.
What's that sound? What a sound. Did you hear that? Make some noise.
Soundtown.
Just want you to know, Mike, Oscar's perfume purchase was brought to you by our new perfume sponsor, Charlie. And it's a beautiful,
Charlie.
It's a good perfume.
It's delicious.
How do you describe the smell, Charlie?
Feed and behold.
Exactly. Brought to you by Charlie.
Yeah, start to act like Charlie. Charlie delicious perfume. Smells like Pete. Thank you, ladies. Oh, it's good. Come and join Charlie. People. Whoa, whoa.
Charlie, do you remember the name Craig Schubert?
I do.
Remember him?
Yes, I do. He touched me.
No. He was the mayor of Hudson, Ohio that talked about how shanties were going to bring prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. If you put up a fishing shanty, which is that shed that you ice fish from, hookers will go there.
Let's relive the moment.
Additionally, if you open this up to ice fishing, while on the surface it sounds good, then what happens next year? Does someone come back and say, I want an ice shanty on Hudson Springs Park for X amount of time?
Yeah.
And if you then allow ice fishing with shanties, then that leads to another problem, prostitution. And now you got the police chief and the police department involved.
Now, I do believe they take ice fishing pretty serious up there. He resigned this week based on that comment.
Seriously, magna cum laude.
They take it very seriously there, Mike.
Thank you.
And he resigned based on that comment, so they have no mayor up
it's
there.
a dumb comment to make. I mean, I didn't know about this. It sounds like Mr. Mayor might have a little inside knowledge about hookers and ice shanties.
Doesn't that guy sound like a pervert? Can you play him again?
Yeah, he does.
Additionally, if you open this up to ice fishing, while on the surface it sounds good, then what happens next year?
I believe we have Mayor Schubert here. Hi, Mayor. Are you there?
Hey, Karen, this is Mayor Schubert. Listen, I told my wife I'm going ice fishing again, and I'll be at the shanty. So can you come over? I'd like to get, I'd like to have a moment with you. This is Mayor. What's the first
Shanty.
name?
Schubert, sorry.
This is Mayor Iggy Schubert.
Craig Schubert.
It's Craig Schubert here. I need you to come to the. I'm going crazy in my ice shanty.
What kind of panties do you want her to wear?
I want her to wear the strawberry-colored thong panties to my ice shanty. I'm going crazy out
think
at
the
the
answer
lake.
is sheer panties.
Sheer. Wear the sheer ones. Right? Oh, God. Hey, this is Craig Schubert. I'll be at the ice shanty. I'm wearing my satin running shorts. Can you come over and give me a lap dance at the ice shanty with your strawberry sheer panties, please?
Are you sitting on a three-legged stool inside the shanty?
Yeah, with my pot of boiling water for my coffee. I'm loaded with caffeine, and you know how I get. This is Craig Schubert. Send over the hooker.
I love when people don't take themselves too seriously.
Yes.
Singer James Blunt read that there are protesters in New Zealand that are protesting the mask mandate being lifted. And he said, if you want to get rid of the protesters, play my music really loud. You'll disband the protesters. So they did,
funny.
but unfortunately the protesters sang along.
That's so funny. Oh, speaking of like national news, international news, read an article early this morning talking about some of these Russian tanks are being loaded up and moving away from the border of Ukraine. All right, it's happening. Count on it.
Yeah, when
That's
they run
how
a
you know.
subterfuge.
That as soon as you get that they're moving away, get
I
ready.
don't believe it either.
Here they come. Yeah. History tells me one thing. The bad guys are always the bad guys and will always do the bad thing.
I read that when they move the tanks away, it brings prostitution.
And I hope I'm wrong. I hope Rob doesn't care about anything that is not in his backyard. No. I care about this, and I am telling you it's going to happen, but I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
Let us close with this, Mike. This is sad, right? A woman, because of the modern age, was doing a job interview on a Zoom-styled virtual process, right? It's Vimeo. She didn't realize that she was being recorded the moment she logged in.
Yes.
And the interview hadn't started yet. And so when they hit play for her interview, this is what they got at the company. I don't know if she got the job or not.
So the question is, stupid, cheesiest question.
Yeah. She's talking to somebody off camera as she's going through these interview questions.
But she doesn't realize she's being recorded for the interview.
Yeah, and just to reset, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Because it took me a moment to even process what just happened. In today's new world, there is software that allows you to, like, as soon as you engage with the virtual interview process, it starts recording. Right. And if you're not careful, you don't realize it starts recording. So this person thinks that nobody, like, that she needs to engage the recording and nobody is watching, and she's talking to someone off camera.
Yeah, because the company she's interviewing with,
addressing somebody.
Yes.
What did you say?
She had not been greeted by anyone for the interview, so she assumed it hadn't started yet.
Right. But in fairness,
but she's talking to somebody off camera.
Right, exactly.
No. In fairness, you don't need to be greeted. She's answering automated questions.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's no been like, here you start.
So I'm not sure if she got the job or not, Mike.
So the question is, the stupid, cheesiest question I've ever read in my life. All right. What is your impression of SkyWest company culture, and how does that resonate with you? Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was recording. I was practicing.
She was practicing, Mike. That's all.
Oh, what a shame, dummy.
Well, she'll go back to her other, I'm sure, high-paying job at Twin Peaks in Fort Myers, Florida.
Fine with me. The world needs ditch diggers, too.
That's all I got.
Oh, that's it. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, let me hit the thing.
Now leaving.
They're always watching people.
Always watching. You never know. You never know. That's why Carla has it was some Yelp camera or something like that in our corner, and I'll get the ding. What are you doing? I was looking at stock prices. Yeah. Anyway,
there's a Ring doorbell by the peanut butter.
Thank you very much. Get off the chair, dogs. We got to take a break, and we'll be back on Thursday with a brand new episode. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Michael Barra saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Michael Marabona Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
I'm a phony, just like you. It's in the hole.
The mainstream media has legitimized extraterrestrial life and is basically saying we are being visited, something is going on.